Good morning, ladies. Today I want to show you how to make these Twitter padded necklaces that I featured on my blog not too long ago. I've been promising you a video, so today I wanted to do that for you. There are a little bit of steps to these, but the outcome is really pretty, and it also requires just a tiny bit of sewing, not too much. So I'm going to breeze through these steps really quickly. If I forget something or you have a question, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll try to answer those too. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to move these over to the side so we can still see them. And we're going to start, I'm using the Twitter padded fabric, and just how I showed you with the braided necklaces and bracelets that we made not too long ago, all I do to cut my fabric is I just roll it up and I take my ribbon scissors and I just snip it off like that. It's just quicker to me, and it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Now, the width of my fabric that I'm using is about 1.5 inches. The length will depend on however you like your flower. So the longer the length, the thicker your flower will be. So I'll move that to the side. I'm going to change patterns just so you can see my different steps. What I did next was I just folded my fabric in half and I just ran an iron over it so I got a nice seam. Then what you're going to do is you're going to open it up and you're going to take it over to your sewing machine, and you're just going to run a basting stitch right down that seam, and that's just the widest stitch on your sewing machine. Not too hard, nothing challenging. Once you have that, what I did was I took my craft ribbon scissors and I just free-handed some scallops all the way down my fabric, all the way, and then I just tied a knot on the very end. So once you have that done, it's going to look something like this. So I just have some little scallops with my basting stitch inside. And on this end, you can see I tied a knot and I just hand stitched a little purl to the inside of it. So when I build my necklace, I'll just have a little adornment right there in the middle. Okay, so now that we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to come down to the end and you're going to open that up and you're going to take one of those threads and you're just going to hold on to one side of it and you're just going to create a ruffle. So you're just going to slide your fabric down so that it'll ruffle. And you're going to do that to the whole necklace all the way down. Just slowly work with it. Once you have that done, it's going to look something like this. So you can see my whole piece of fabric is ruffled. I have my little knot and my purl. Now we're ready to build our necklace. So what you need is a piece of felt, and this is just a tiny little piece. It really doesn't take much, and your chain. So I have my chain, and I just want to make sure that the clasp is straight back. So I get right down to the middle of the necklace, and I'm going to lay that across my felt like so. Okay, so now I have my hot glue gun plugged in over to the side over here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just below the chain. And I'm going to start by adding my purl right in the middle. Now the reason I start below my chain is so when I build my necklace, my chain's going to be right up at the top so that the necklace will hang straight down. If you have your chain in the middle or towards the bottom, then your flower could flop forward when you're wearing it. So that's the reason I do that. Okay, so now all I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little more glue around here. Just like that. And now I'm just going to play with my ruffles and I'm just going to coil the fabric right around like so. And I kind of hang on to that purl a little bit just so it doesn't get lost underneath, and I pull this fairly tight around here. So just working with it all the way around. Add more glue when you need to. and you know it's gonna be messy because hot glue always is, and your necklace is gonna fray a little bit, but it'll clean up easily once it's all dry. So just like that, just coiling it around, pulling it tight, and then that very end, I'm just going to make sure that it's tucked nice and good underneath, just like that. Pop my little pearl up, and if that's how I like it, then I'm all done. So now, all I have to do is just turn this over, and I'm just going to trim away the excess kind of messily. And then I'll come back in here and just trim all that excess as tight as I can so that I don't see it from the front. Just like that. Now you can see the back isn't so pretty, but you're not going to see that. And there you have a pretty Twitter padded necklace, and you're all done. So hope you like that. Give it a try. Let me know if you have any questions, and let me know how they turn out. I'll see you tomorrow.